This verily is she that dawned first. Moves entered into her. The bride, the new-come mother, is born. The three great ones follow her. Possessed of song, decorating and moving together in a common abode, the two dawns, the two wives of the sun, unwasting, rich in seed, move about, displaying their banner and knowing well their way. The three maidens have come along the path of Rita. The three fires with light have followed. One of these maidens protects the progeny, one the vigor, and one the ordinance of the pious. That which was the fourth, acting as rishis, the two wings of the sacrifice, has become the fourfold stoma, using Gayatri, Trishap, Jagyuchi, and Nushap, the great song. They brought this to light. The Creator did it with the five that he created, 5 and 5 sisters to them each. Their 5 courses, assuming various forms, move on in combination. The 30 sisters, bearing the same banner, move on to the appointed place. They, the wise, create the seasons. Refulgent, knowing their way, they go round amidst songs. Through the sky, the illumined goddess of the night accepts the ordinances of the sun. The cattle, of various forms, look up as they rise on the lap of the mother. The Ikshasaka, glowing with holy fervor, gave birth to the child, the great Indra. Through him, the gods have subdued their enemies. By his powers, he has become the slayer of the Asuras. You have made a companion for me, who was before without a companion. Truth-teller as thou art, I desire this, that I may have his goodwill, just as you do not transgress against each other. The all-knowing has my goodwill, has got a hold on it, has secured it in a place therein. May I have his goodwill just as you do not transgress against each other. 5 milkings answer the 5 dawns, the 5 seasons to the 5 named cow. The 5 sky regions, made by the 15, have a common head, directed to one world. The first dawn is the child Rita. One upholds the greatness of the water, one moves in the regions of Surya, one in those of Garma, and Savitri rules one. That which dawned first has become a cow in Yama's realm. Rich in milk, may she milk for us each succeeding year. The chief of the bright, the omniform, the brindled and the fire-bannered has come with light in the sky. Working well towards a common goal, bearing signs of old age, and yet unwasting, O dawn, thou hast come. The wife of the seasons, this one has come, the leader of the days, the mother of children. Though one, O dawn, thou shinest manifoldly, though unwasting, thou causest all the rest to grow old and decay. It has been previously mentioned that the 15 verses quoted above are used or recited as mantras at the time of the laying down of certain emblematic bricks called Vayushti Shtakas, or dawn bricks, on the sacrificial altar. But as the mantras or verses used for sacrificial purposes are often taken from different Vedic hymns, these verses are likely to be regarded as unconnected with each other. The account of the 30 dawns contained therein, however, shows that these verses must have originally formed an entire, or one, homogeneous hymn. Again, if the mantras should be selected from different hymns, one for each dawn brick, there would naturally be 16 verses in all, as the dawn bricks are to be laid on the altar. The very fact that the Anuveka contains only 15 verses, leaving the sacrificer to select the 16th from elsewhere, therefore further supports the same view. It is true that some of these verses are found in the Arthaveda, either detached or in connection with other subjects. It does not prevent us from treating the passage in the Taittiriya Samhita as containing a connected account of 30 dawns divided into 5 groups of 6 each. The question is not, however, very material, inasmuch as verses 5 and 6, whether they formed a part of the entire hymn or not, are by themselves sufficient to prove the point at issue, in that the Vedic goddess of the dawns constituted a group of 30 sisters. The Rig Veda speaks of 30 steps traversed by the dawn in 6:59:6, or of the dawns going round 30 yojanas. But both these statements have, as yet, remained totally unexplained, or have been but imperfectly explained by Indian and Western scholars alike. But now that we know the Vedic dawns are 30 in number, both the aforesaid statements become at once easily comprehensible. The only other point necessary to be decided, so far as the subject in hand is concerned, is whether these 30 dawns are the dawns of 30 consecutive days, or whether they formed a closely gathered band of 30 continuous dawns. And on reading the 2 aforesaid passages from the Taittiriya Samhita, the one from the Taittiriya Brahmana, and other authorities cited in the foregoing chapter, I do not think there can be any doubt that the goddess of the dawn, worshipped by the Vedic bards, was originally a group of 30 continuous dawns. It is not contended that the ancestors of the Vedic bards were unacquainted with ordinary dawns, for even in the circumpolar regions there are, during certain parts of the year, successions of ordinary days and nights, and with them of ordinary dawns. But so far as the Vedic goddess of morning is concerned, there's enough evidence to show that it was none other than the continuous and revolving dawn at the end of a long night in those regions, the dawn that lasted for 30 periods of 24 hours each, which is possible only within a few degrees round about the North Pole.